How's everyone doing today? You're listening to the
I'm doing pretty
podcast.
good.
Good, good. You're listening to the podcast by Mata. I'm your host, Joe Mata. And today we have another fantastic show for you today. We will be focusing on the adult industry, as we usually do. And today, our guest is Sunshyne Monroe. How we doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
All right, all right. Yeah, can you tell the listeners on how and your fans how did you get into the adult industry?
Right. I was doing YouTube videos for a while. I actually was like 17, and a few companies had approached me, and of course I was too young, so I was like, no, no, no. And then a few years later, I was at a nightclub, and a producer recognized me and um, asked me if I would, and for some reason I said yeah, and yeah, that's how it all started.
Okay, all right. And
Yeah.
like people that you haven't had a chance to work with yet, who would you like to shoot with?
Who would I like to shoot with? Um, I've pretty much cleared my bucket list, honestly. I would like to shoot with Mandy Mitchell. Um, she's someone that I've known for a few years and just haven't got the chance to shoot together yet. And yeah, that's pretty much it right now. I've been shooting a lot in the last probably year. So I've been like shooting with all the people that I've wanted to. So I've been shooting like uh all the time. So yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to work with Kimber Haven yet?
I haven't. I
Oh,
haven't had a chance to work with her. No.
okay, yeah, because she was a past guest on the show.
Nice.
Uh,
Nice. So we
okay.
haven't bumped together yet. I don't think I met her yet. I don't think.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, another. Have you had a chance to work with Venus Lux?
I haven't. I think we talked about doing something together. But honestly, it is really hard, like, to get two people that are so busy at one time. It's
Right,
so hard. It's a lot easier when it's like just talent and then a person, but whenever it's like two, um, a bigger name,
right. Oh, yeah.
people, it's hard. It's you know
Yeah, exactly.
schedules.
It's like you could call her up and say, "Yeah, I'm busy or I'm free on this day," and she could have just her manager could probably just book something on that day, and so it's just hit and
Exactly.
miss, hit and miss, hit and miss. Yeah,
Exactly. So usually, a lot of times, what happens is like around award season, it's the easiest time because we're all in the same area for like a week. So usually, when things like that happen, it's around that time of the year.
okay,
So
okay. Now were you a
yeah.
fan, or were you a porn fan before you got in the industry? And if so, who were your favorite porn stars back then that you used to like to watch?
Honestly, like I wasn't like a mainstream porn fan. Like I was more into like amateur, like um, cell phone video, kind of thing.
Okay,
And I never like paid attention to who they were. Like it didn't have to be like a face at all. I just wanted to see the penis and all that.
right,
So
right.
yeah, no, I really wasn't a big fan, but I will say like I did want to do this even when I was like younger. Like my brothers would watch like or look at like Playboy magazines and all that kind of stuff like that. And I always wanted to like be one of those hot girls,
Right.
on the magazines and stuff like that. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I remember when
yeah,
I was growing up. Oh, I had the biggest crush. I still do to this day. Vanessa Del Rio.
nice,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful,
I used to have a big crush on her. So, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you watch your scenes after they're released, or do you? I mean, some people like to watch them. Some people don't.
It's a mixture. Like, at first, I didn't at all. I would never watch any of them. But then, like, I've heard from, like, a few directors that it's really good to watch them back
Mm-hmm.
because then you can see what, like, habits that you do or things that you don't like that you don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So now I do watch them, not, like, in detail, like, watch every single, a second of it.
Right.
I do watch, a little bit of it here and there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you have a new scene. Believe it's called lot of bright sunshine.
Yeah, I think that's one for kink, right?
Right. Yeah. Can you
Yeah.
can you give a little more insight on that, or can you talk about a little bit about it?
Yeah, so I hadn't shot for them in about 4 years. I've been under a contract with SMC
Mm-hmm.
for, I think, about almost 6 years now.
Okay.
So I've been pretty exclusive to my site with them, but I've been thinking like, oh, I want to start, doing other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they contacted me. They asked if I could come to San Francisco, and yeah, I did. And they're such a great company. I don't know if you know this, but like pretty much the whole team is women there, and so it was
Okay.
so cool to like dominate this guy, and like everyone there is a female.
Right. Right.
Director. So that was cool. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what are your hobbies and interests outside of work and stuff?
Hobbies interest. So I've been vegan for the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very into like fitness. I do yoga 4 times a week. I like to paint. I swim. Yeah, pretty much it.
Okay. Now, vegan and
Yeah.
vegetarian, are they close to the same or are they different?
They're similar. Vegans don't consume any animal product at all, so we don't eat cheese or egg or milk or anything like that.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so we're like a little more strict,
Okay. All right.
I guess.
Now, what's your ethnicity? If the listeners
Yeah.
don't know.
So my dad is Portuguese and Arab,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom is half black and half white.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No one
I-
knows.
I-
Everyone asks me that.
Okay. All
A lot
right.
of people think I'm Asian. I'm like, no, I'm not Asian. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Some of the pictures, I guess, I could see where they might get that because of the shape of the eye. I guess. I don't know if that. Hopefully, that doesn't come out bad. But just.
No.
Now, what important lessons have you learned so far about being in the industry?
The most important thing I would say is to be as independent as possible. Do what you want to do. Try to stay as close to what you actually enjoy yourself as possible.
Right.
And just have fun and make the most of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I saw a few posts on Twitter, and
Mm-hmm.
some of the I guess it was more of the mainstream type stuff, but I guess it could fall in line with the other stuff. But it basically has to do with I guess the tube sites, Pornhub and all those other ones. Apparently, someone put down they don't understand why someone would wear their gear. That'd be like Metallica wearing Napster's gear. I guess is what they were trying to say. And I guess I kind of get that point. I mean, it's like they're kind of somewhat stealing content, but I guess they own a lot of the other companies, so in a sense they're not. But I don't know. But I kind of get the point that they were trying to make. What are your thoughts on that?
That is probably the best thing about being a contracted girl is
Right.
that we have a team that, like, I mean, in like seconds, like it gets taken down.
Right.
So me personally, like, usually the only thing that's ever on two sites of me are things that I've done for other people.
Okay.
Things that like I own, the content that I own, it's never available on the two sites. I mean, I think it honestly, there's good and bad in it. Like, it's good because it does have a large audience that if someone sees your video and then they want to see more of the girl, then they go and a search of it, and maybe they do purchase some. In my opinion, though, most people that do view those sites aren't really looking to buy anything, you know?
Right. Right.
So I don't know. I would understand why someone would be upset, because when there are times where my stuff is unleaked, I get upset because,
Yeah.
I mean, I work hard.
Well, yeah.
You know, I travel, I go, you know, so it's hard. And then when someone is stealing from you, it's not a good feeling,
Right, exactly.
you know?
And a lot of it too is that's how a lot of these fans are now. You know, they just expect everything for free, and and then they wonder why the girls and the guys. Sometimes they have bad attitudes. Well,
Yeah.
you're expecting their product or expecting attention to them for free, and it doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But, you know, and a lot of that too is even the problems. Like, a lot of people post so much, like, um, graphic stuff for free online, even. So
Yeah.
it's like people feel like they have to pay. So usually, I mean, in my opinion, like, it's my, like, die-hard fans that actually purchase my stuff that I think they kind of know, like, hey, I have to support in order to get more. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I think now there's kind of more of a code of ethics, if you will.
Right.
You
Yeah. Yeah.
know?
Yeah. A good friend of mine. I'm not going to say his name on the air, but he's been in the industry for gosh, a long, long time, and he told me, that the fans of the trans porn and that they have no problem. They will buy the product. They're not looking to find free stuff. They're there to support the actors, actresses, and they will buy the product. To
Yeah.
where it seems like the other side, they want everything for free, and they just I don't it just flusters me. That it just pay for it. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they're wanting stuff for free is going to eventually end up killing the industry.
Yeah. And I think also there's so much of it too on the other side where there isn't as much on the trans side. So it's like a smaller amount with a large audience. So that kind of helps us too.
Right.
And honestly, a lot of people still want to view it in like 4K. And tube sites, for the most part, it's going to be like a downgraded quality.
Right. Exactly.
So that kind of helps too.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, too, you don't have a chance of a virus. If you actually buy the
Yeah,
product, the actual product from the company.
exactly. Exactly.
Now, you've been in the industry roughly about 6 years. Based on
Yeah.
your time in the industry thus far, is there any misconceptions about the adult business from those outside of it that you'd wish to dispel, that you could dispel?
Um, I would say that not everyone like does so well. I think a lot of times girls, they hear like producers or people will like promise them like a lot of stuff, and yes, looks are important and all that blah blah blah, but it really does take a good business mind to do well, I would say. I think a lot of girls they do one set and they think their life's going to change. It's like, no, like it actually does take work, and it's not just as easy as it looks. Um, you know.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
from what I've seen, doing interviews and watching people, if you're a fresh face, yeah, you're going to get a lot of the calling and stuff for the first 4 to 6 months, and then after that, it's just going to be based
yeah,
on your fan base if you've developed anything, and if you haven't, then
exactly.
you're gonna struggle from what I've seen.
You know, every day I see girls that do a set and they say, "Oh, I'm moving to LA or I'm moving to Las Vegas," and it's like I feel bad because these producers, these directors should tell them like, "Hey, you should just come for like 2 weeks and shoot and then go back home because after as you said, like um a few months, you know, they're on to the next."
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So
And it been getting called back is going to be based on if you've established a good fan base and rapport with the fans.
exactly, and I say that's the main thing that I think has helped me is the fact that I have like remained very exclusive to my own um, site. Like I think I've done outside of my site maybe I want to say maybe 10 films. I've probably done around 100. So it's definitely best, in my opinion, to do as much for yourself as you can.
Okay, yeah, good
Hmm.
advice there for sure. Now,
Hmm.
is there a favorite male or female performer that you've worked with that you like working with, and can you give the reason why?
I would say for the girls, Alana Miller. Um, I shot with her in Spain. She's just a sweet girl. You know, it's very rare that you meet someone that is just genuinely nice and, and she's beautiful, of course, and that helps too.
Right.
But she was just a really nice uh, person in general. As far as male talent, um, let me think. Male talent, who's my favorite? I don't know. That's hard. I don't want to say that one because I don't want to hurt anyone's
Yeah,
feelings.
yeah, I understand that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
the male ego. Yeah, they can. Oh, she forgot about
Yeah.
me. And, yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
okay, I can understand it. Plead the fifth. There you go. Plead the fifth
Yeah.
on that one. Now, what's an ordinary day like for you when you're not at work or you're just kicking back?
Yeah. So I'm in school. So usually I will get up in the morning. I will have some tea. I do my yoga um, early.
Hmm.
Then I would do some schoolwork, um, make something to eat, watch some TV, and write some emails,
Uh-huh.
Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff,
Okay.
and do it again the next day. That's pretty much.
Um, Not to be. Hopefully, I'm not overstepping. But what are you taking in school?
I'm studying a business.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Okay. All right. Um, Now, do you get recognized in real life outside of work? And if you do you have any funny stories you'd like to tell the listeners and your fans?
I do. A lot of the times, guys don't say anything to me, but they'll like tweet me. Oh, I see you, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
The airport is the place where it happens all the time, like all the time. I don't know if it's like the big area and it's just easy to see, or if it's just so bright. I don't know, but it's there.
Hmm.
Um, Probably the craziest thing. In Philadelphia, I was in a mall. This guy asked to take a picture with me. I did. And then for the rest of the time, he just followed me around, like filming me.
Jeez. Okay.
And then like I'm like eating, and it's like he's still filming me. I'm just like in my head, I'm like, why are you filming me eat? It was a little weird. It was weird the whole time,
Right.
but once I was like eating, it really felt weird. Like this is like a little embarrassing. Like I'm like stuffing my face with fried rice right now. It was
Right.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's where it's like, man, I get, because I do the show and I interview people from the industry and, they're always asking me,
Mhm.
well, what should I do? Da, 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 da. Well, what you just described is what you don't do. you know,
Yeah.
you get your
Yeah.
picture, you get your autograph, and if they're willing to spend the time, ask them a couple questions, and then go on your merry
Yeah.
way. You don't
I
follow.
mean,
You don't follow. You don't. That's
yeah. I mean, I have had a few like crazy things. Like I had someone that found out where I lived and was putting like a note on my door and on my car and all that stuff. I've had some scary stuff, but
right.
that mall thing always, it's in my head because of just I'm creepy.
Right. You don't do that. And and
No.
and like you brought up, that's why I tell people, well, they're following me on Twitter. Da, 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 and you know what? Who cares? Unless they're like you described, putting notes on your door or hiding in your bushes. Let them follow you on Twitter.
Yeah.
It just,
Yeah.
but I just, but yeah, listeners, don't be creepy like she just described. Just if you see her, say hi, get a picture, autograph, and go on your merry way. Post it on Twitter,
Yeah.
brag to your friends, but don't follow them around. Don't start taking pictures of them like she's described. Why she's eating or why someone else may be doing something else. Don't do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Now, will you be attending any conventions the rest of this year? And if so, where can they find you?
I'm not. I may do Exotica, maybe. I always do the AVN, so I
Mm-hmm.
will definitely be there. But yeah, that's about it. That's about it.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, are there any current upcoming projects that are in the works that you'd like to mention that I missed at the top
I,
of the show?
yeah. So I'm finishing up the Adventures of Sunshine 2. It's about done. I'm shooting the cover in like 2 weeks. I'm really excited about it. The first one did really well. So I hope the second one does good too.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm going to do something for the first time that I've never done. A little segment I'm going to be doing. It's called the Mandela Effect. I don't know if you've heard
Okay.
of that.
Yes, I
Okay.
have.
Yeah. Now, I've jotted down a few of them. Darth Vader does not say, "Luke, I am your father." He says, "No, I am your father."
Really?
It's what it says here. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's what I scratched
That
my
is
head.
so creepy. Like that's not right. Honestly, it's Luke. I am your father.
Yeah, I know. That's later on today. I'm gonna rewind the story. Actually, fast forward to Star Wars and see if it's true or not.
Yeah, me too.
The double stuffed Oreos does not have an extra F in the stuff.
No.
Nope. And I was like, what? No way. And then my brother, he brought home a package of that, and I grabbed it right away and I looked, and sure as heck, there's no extra F. It's spelled with one F.
That is crazy. It's crazy.
And then mirror mirror on the wall is never actually said. The Queen says magic mirror on the wall.
No.
Yeah, that's what it says here.
But isn't there a movie called A Mirror Mirror? Like it's
Oh,
called that, right?
oh no, this is I think they're referring to Cinderella, the story of Cinderella.
Okay.
Yeah, where the
I thought
queen.
it was
Yeah.
Snow White, right?
Oh, okay, excuse me.
Mirror
Excuse
Mirror
me. It might
on
have
the
been Snow
Wall.
White. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. Snow White.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says
Yeah.
yeah. And the movie Snow White, mirror mirror on the wall is
Yeah.
actually never said. The queen says magic mirror on the wall.
Mm.
Um,
These things are always creepy.
the shoe Skechers
Hmm.
is actually spelled without a T.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it says. Skechers without the T.
That doesn't even sound right.
I
Oh.
know. The air freshener Febreze is not spelled with a double E's like Febreze.
No.
Yep. Febreze, F-R-B-R-E-Z-E. Now this one I already knew because I grew up with this stuff, but the word tunes in Looney Tunes isn't spelled out like Toon like the cartoon, but
Hmm.
actually Tune like music.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that I knew because, like I said, I grew up watching that, and it's just because of the intro. The intro, they play that crazy music, and so that's
Yeah.
Looney Tunes, Tune. It's like music. So that was in my head because I used to watch that every day.
Mm.
But yeah, those are just a few of them. Well, here's one more. I'll give you one more. Curious George never had a tail.
That I can't remember, honestly. I can't remember that. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
doesn't really
But
ring a bell.
yeah. I mean, if listeners, if you're into that, go to YouTube and type in Mandela Effect. There's like a bunch of videos on it. Yeah, I only watched the one, and this got introduced to me by my daughter yesterday. But I guess
Really?
the Mandela Effect was named after Nelson Mandela because back in the 80s when he was locked up for all those years, people just assumed that he had died. When in actuality he was in jail serving time.
Oh, I see. I
And
see.
the definition of it is when a large amount of people share the same wrong detail about a fact of past events that is reality.
Hmm.
So that's kind of something I'll be doing from now on other shows, just to add a little spice to it. But
I think you
now,
should. Cool.
pardon?
I said, no, I think it's cool.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna definitely
Yeah.
check out these videos and add some more stuff to it. Now, is there anything you want to say to your fans before we tie this up?
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say thank you guys for supporting me for so long. And you guys give me a great life, and I appreciate it. And I hope you guys like the new stuff I have coming up.
Yeah. Now, also, again, where can they find you on social media, and where can they, more importantly, find your product to buy?
My social media is Twitter at Sunshyne Land. It's Sunshine with a Y, not an I. My Instagram is Sunshine World with a Y, not an I. And my Snapchat is Sunshine World Y without an I. And my website is sunshineland.com.
Okay, and that's where they can buy your products and your scenes and all that.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. Well, I want to thank you for being on. I do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great. And you have some new stuff coming out later on in the future or near future. We definitely would love to have you back to give you some more PR for that for sure.
Thanks.
Okay. Well, I want
Have
to
a
thank.
good one, okay?
Pardon?
Have a good one.
Okay. You too. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, everyone. That was Sunshyne Monroe, adult film star. Like I said, she's a great person. Great person. I hope you liked that last segment there. I'm gonna we want to try to throw something different out there for you. So we're gonna be having things like that, a few other things. I've got something in the works. I'm hoping to have some type of. We're gonna bring out some other stuff like top 10 movies, top 10 movie buys, stuff like that for you. That way you can kind of get what's out there and whatnot. Maybe bring you a list of upcoming shows that you can go to check out. Like Sunshine said, she's going to be at AVN in January in Las Vegas. So if you're a big fan of hers, man, definitely get out there and support her. And like she said, support her website and the social medias that she's on. Offhand, I think it was sunshineland.com was her website. If not, just rewind it to the part where she's giving out that info for sure, and definitely support her. She's a good person. Yeah, and we're gonna definitely definitely bring her back for sure. And I want to thank you guys again for being on. And again, you guys have a lot of places that you could choose to listen to, and you listen to my show. So I do appreciate that, man. I really, really do. I want to give a big shout out to Eric Icon, big supporter of the show at therub.com, therubpr.com. She big supporter of the show, and I do appreciate that. Also want to give a shout out to the first 4 people who did my show. I sent them a little generic letter, asking them, can they be on. Back then, I was trying to help out to support Prop 60, to defeat it. And the first person who came on was Little Mina, adult film star. Big shout out to you, Little Mina. I want to thank you for being on. Second person that came on was Hall of Fame actress Melissa Hill. I want to thank you, Melissa, for definitely coming on when you did. You could have did other shows or whatnot, but you gave me a chance to have you on, and I do appreciate that. Third person I'd like to give a big shout out to is Eric John. He said that he came on during the time where we were fighting the Prop 60. Eric was willing to come on, and give out a lot of good information, as well as Melissa did too, on that Prop 60, and I want to thank you, Eric, for coming on, during the time when I was new. You could have did other stuff, but you gave me a chance, and I do appreciate that. Another one I want to thank is Hypatia Lee, the legend, Hall of Fame actress. She did the show twice. She came on about the Prop 60 and whatnot, and then she came on. She did a few other things. We talked about the Dakota Access Pipeline. So I want to give a big shout out to you, Hypatia. I want to thank you for supporting the show early on. When you did, I do appreciate that. All right, guys. Hey, I want to thank you guys for listening, man. You guys have yourselves a great weekend, and you'll be able to find this show on SoundCloud as well as for sure YouTube, along with all our other shows. Definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel, man, and check out any other shows and support that as well, and give us likes, thumbs up. Hey, I'm pretty thick-skinned, man. So if you got any, correct, constructive criticism, man, by all means, man, drop me a line. Let me know. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. I'll go back over the show. Maybe there's something I can critique a little bit and change up for you, or shorten it up or longer the show, whatever you think. Okay? All right, guys, man, I want to thank you again for tuning in, man. It's the podcast by Mata. I'm your host, Podcast Joe, also known as Joe Mata. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in, man. You guys have yourself a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.